Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is my giveaway, and I've finally given in and tied my plait up because I've been batch recording with wet hair and I can't cope any longer. So yeah, it's done. So I still got a bit of this tickle because I did choke on some water. Hopefully it's getting a little easier now, so that's fine, but I just need to let you know that if I do that, it's not because I'm ill, because I did happen to choke on some water when I was taking a tablet. Okay, so I just need to run you through some rules before I show you the yarn, and that first one is, if you could watch this video in its entirety, it really does help me. Helps me with the YouTube algorithm, but it also helps with the postage, both of which are fantastic, and I appreciate it when you do. If you could like and share and possibly even hype this video, then that will also help me get to my next milestone. You've got to be a subscriber to my channel to enter. So somewhere around here is a subscribe button and a notification bell. If you could subscribe and then hit the bell to all, you won't get bombarded with videos because YouTube don't really notify all anymore. But you might get one once in a while, you never know. Now I ship worldwide. I have a shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk, and I have this yarn in my shop, and I do ship worldwide. And I ship worldwide on my giveaways as well, because it's easy to pop another parcel in. Now I'm not liable for duties and taxes once it leaves me, but that's never ever happened. I always say it's of no commercial value in a gift, and therefore no one has ever said that when I've done my giveaways that they've ever had ever had that happen. So you're going to answer the question or the questions which you guys have come up with, as well as give me something called the phrase that pays. So the phrase that pays is in two parts, and it's there to safeguard you against evil scammers. In the past, we've had scammers attach on to our YouTube giveaways. They're everywhere now. Every sort of which way you turn, you will find scammers. And what they do or did is steal that person's picture or logo, the one that's doing the giveaway, make up a name like theirs, and then set about putting a comment underneath everybody's entry saying that they've won. But of course, you've got to click on the link because that's how they roll. However, if you ever get a comment underneath yours like that, just ignore it or delete it or report it to YouTube. It doesn't matter because I always take care of it anyway. The only way I'll ever let you know you've won is by making a separate video after choosing the winner via the random comment picker, and then doing my checks to make sure the person is a subscriber, answered the question or questions correctly, and given me the phrase that pays. And the phrase that pays is in two separate parts. You need to give me both parts. You can say it in your own words. I'm not picky or anything. You can just embellish it as you wish. But it is, I understand the terms and conditions, and I'm aware of the scammer. You need to have both those parts in as well as your answer. So the standard YouTube rules apply. YouTube's not affiliated to this giveaway. No company is affiliated either to this giveaway. Anything I ever give away is purchased with my own money. Rules are in the description box below because I do forget them. And if you could give them a little once over, that would be fabulous. So then, this yarn, I got it last year, and it has been mega popular. It's beautiful yarn. Every single colour of it, every colour scheme, I don't like the word colourway, but every colour scheme of it is gorgeous in its own right. It's kind of an 80s homage, and it's called Jitterbug. And most of the names in this yarn are kind of associated with Wham and George Michael. This one is Freedom, and he made two songs called Freedom, so I've got two to show you. This is Freedom, and it is absolutely beautiful. There's all these gorgeous colours. It's very predominantly a back colour of yellow, but all of these colours in it are beautiful. So this is Freedom. Oh look, yarn boobies. There is 1, 2, 3 and 4 here in this giveaway. So I'll pop that one down there for a second and tell you all the things. So it is 5465 Freedom. 100 grams will give you, oh my goodness, 306 yards, 280 meters. It's black with a pink writing. And I can't see the hook size. 30-degree wash, you can tumble dry, but that's all. I'll show you it, and then hopefully you'll be able to see it, but brighter than I, because it looks brighter on camera with the lights than it does for me. So that's all the gubbins about the yarn, the hook size and everything else, which I still can't see because it's showing backwards for me. Okay, so there is a little kind of swatch on the side that shows how these colours all play together. They are all amazing. They really are. There's some absolutely gorgeous colours in this. My favourite two are Sunshine and Tropicana. But as you can see, they are kind of Wham related or 80s feel. And that is Jitterbug Double Knitting by King Cole. I will flip the video so it's not backwards for you guys, but obviously for me, looking at it that way, it is. So this is absolutely lovely. It's soft, and it's got a kind of a sturdiness feel to it as well. It really works up nice. Now, I did do a swatch video, and this is a batch recorded video. So if I can remember when it comes to me putting it up, I will put a link to that, that swatch video. If not, you can find that swatch video on my channel by, I think it's just called The Swatches Jitterbug. Yeah, you'll be able to search for it in any case. So that is the yarn, and it is absolutely lovely. One last look at all those colours. Colours of autumn in there, as well as this nice bright yellow that kind of lifts it. But I love those pinks, like mulberry pinks and oranges. They're just so nice. Really, really nice. So what you got to do then, as well as the phrase that pays, which I'm now hoping I did tell you. I'm sure I did. It's called merging into one, these. You need to come up with the answer to a question that you guys have thought of. I need to find one that I haven't said before. Oh, okay. Laura E. 9897. Laura E. has asked, if you could choose any decade in history to live in for the rest of your life, such as the 50s, the 80s, 2000s, which decade would it be? Which decade would you choose? I don't know. I've got this thing where I would love to be, I'd love to be kind of there when my mum was young and going out to do jitterbug and jive and everything else back in the 40s and 50s. That would be absolutely amazing. But there's this other part of me that would just love to be around when Kennedy was a president. And then there's this other part of me that just wants to go back to the 80s because the music was amazing. And, you know, if I could go back to the 80s, I would do far more fun things than I actually did get to do in the 80s, because during the 80s I was saving for a house and having children. So I largely didn't have the fun that I should have had in the 80s. So I'd go back and do that again for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, those are the decades that really kind of grabbed me. But you'd have to stay there for the rest of your life. So it better be one that you really, really want to be in, if you know what I mean. So that's the giveaway. I don't need to put my glasses on again. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do for me. I really, really, absolutely 100,000,000% do appreciate each and every one of you. And the fact that you kind of do so much for me, this is my little way of giving back to you. So I just want to make sure I didn't pause that. No, I didn't. That's cool. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye for now, everyone.